And hello, we are live doing a special WWE Raw and Extreme Rules review. Um, I guess you could call it a super show if you like. It's me and the Bizarre One, Dave. How you doing, sir?
Good. It's our super edition.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. We'll kind of flip-flop back and forth between shows because tonight's Raw wasn't the best. The pay-per-view is definitely better. So let's get into it. The first match of the pay-per-view was the pre-show match, which was, I guess, Will LC
We.
between El Torito, and Hornswoggle, and it kind of came out to end up being a entertaining match. Say this.
Yeah. We were talking about this earlier on Twitter or yesterday on Twitter, that was not looking forward to the match, and it ended up being not pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a match. Both members of El Meltadores and the 3MB both got involved. Ladders and chairs and whatnot, even tables. And yeah, and Hornswoggle ends up getting the pin. I mean, he gets pinned, I'm sorry, and El Torito wins in the pre-show, which was not too bad of a match, and I actually enjoyed the pre-show. It was pretty good. We had Booker T, Alex Riley, Sheamus, and always Josh Matthews.
Yes, the voice of the network.
Yeah, so Sheamus wasn't too bad. Yeah, so
Except
let's jump in.
he fell asleep during the show.
Oh, yeah, apparently. So, yeah, but we won't mention that. Let's get to the first match of the night, which I believe was the triple threat match between Swagger, RVD, and Jack. I'm sorry, Cesaro, RVD, and Jack Swagger. I didn't know that it was an elimination style match. Either did the commentators. That's how bad that they were that night.
Michael Cole. What just happened?
The commentators weren't too good last night. Swagger ends up getting eliminated first, which brought it to RVD and Cesaro, which was a pretty good match with all three and with just Cesaro and RVD. RVD goes for the frog splash. Cesaro moves and he ends up hitting the garbage can and he cut himself pretty good. Gave him a nice little black eye, and Cesaro ends up getting the win. And they also had a rematch tonight on Raw.
Which was better, I thought.
Yes. What did you think of the match, the triple threat match? Did you enjoy it?
It was a good match to open the show. They didn't really need it, though, but it was a good match. They didn't have to be on the pay-per-view. I think it was because it was RVD and Paul Heyman and it's Extreme Rules. That's the only reason they were both on there. And Paul Heyman jab at the ECW fans is great. The opening comes out and it says "Old Extreme." I just loved how he's doing that.
Yeah, he's pretty good. But yeah, Cesaro ends up getting the win and looks credible again. He's looked strong ever since he's joined Heyman. I don't think he's other than. I'm sorry?
How do you feel about the match? Do you think it should have been on the show?
Yes. It was a good. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna complain about the match. Cesaro got the win. I didn't. It was kind of threw me off guard that it was an elimination match, but other than that, it was a pretty good match. Next, we had a squash match, which was Rusev, which is now called Rusev now. I think they dropped Alexander, and he now is just called Rusev. And he took on Xavier Woods and R-Truth. Oh my gosh. What did you think of the match?
The match did what it needed to do. It ended quickly, and it showed Rusev as a dominant monster as he is. And
Yeah, it
Lana
wasn't too bad. I guess.
just as big of a star as he is.
She's definitely more over than he is. That's for sure. And yeah, he ends up getting the win. He has not lost yet in the WWE, and he's pretty much just destroying his opponents, pretty much. So, kind of curious to see where they go with him next. Uh, so yeah, let's just lead on to the next match after that, which was for the IC title. We had Wade Barrett versus Big E Langston. Everybody was coming into this match hoping for a title change. Everybody seems to be jumping on the Wade Barrett bandwagon, and he ends up pulling off the victory against Big E and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. I'm not sure how many times he's held the title.
3 times,
I
I
know,
believe.
yes, 3 times. Okay, I know it wasn't his first title reign, so I'm
Hey,
glad he.
I'm not jumping on his bandwagon. I did say weeks before that I thought Wade Barrett deserved the title more than Cesaro.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm just saying that now that he's becoming more popular now, there's been people that has liked Wade Barrett for years.
Yeah.
Now that he has his little bad news Barrett gimmick,
I mean, his
and
gimmick at first I didn't like it, then it started to grow on me, and I started to like it. That's what happens. There's like guys you hate at first, but then you start to like them.
yeah, so he's definitely getting more popular and ends up beating Big E Langston. I thought it was a solid match. I can't. I just think Big E's is stale. I think he's more of a bodyguard type guy, like he was with Dolph Ziggler.
Or tag
A guy.
wrestling.
Yeah, I think he's more of like a Ryback who needs to be in a tag team, in my opinion. What did you think of the match?
We all knew. I mean, to be honest, whoever was winning that tournament, we said it from the beginning. Whoever won the tournament was gonna be the new champion. So the match was okay, but to me, the most entertaining thing about Big E was that was it WrestleMania that he defended the title against Swagger, or was it Rumble? Or was one of those two. And that was the most entertaining match I've seen. That match with Swagger was, to me, better than the match with Wade Barrett.
I thought the only time I was really impressed with Big E, to be honest with you, was when he had that match after WrestleMania, when he was in the tag match. I believe it was with the Wyatts. Yeah, and he pulled off some.
Rumble. I can't remember though, or maybe it was like Elimination Chamber where it was Swagger and Big E for the Intercontinental title, and Big E ended up winning, but it was a really good match.
Yes, I agree. I remember that match. But I digress. Let's continue on. Next, we had the match which I thought I was surprised to see so early, which was the Shield versus Evolution.
Yeah, but you don't were booked either. So I mean, they had all the matches in the right spots in a way, I guess you could say. Maybe not.
I didn't mind it. This match was really good. I thought this match was better than the match the Shield had with the Wyatts the first time.
I don't know about that.
This one was pretty good. This one was on its own. The moves Rollins was doing and Ambrose was pretty damn impressive. When I saw Rollins jump over the rope and miss Triple H and nearly kill himself, I didn't think he was getting up. Took a nasty fall right there, but all in all, it was a great match. We had Rollins jump off, the balcony onto Triple H, Randy Orton, and Ambrose. Yeah, everybody pretty much came into this match thinking the Shield were going to lose. Even I didn't think they were going to win. And
they're going to win because it.
What's that?
To me, it made the most sense, but I was worried. I didn't think Triple H was going to be the one to lose the match, though.
I don't know if it makes sense for them to win because the storyline is still continuing. I mean, I get what you're saying.
The Shield are these. This pay-per-view is all about young guys who are getting their chance to shine in the WWE right now. You had the Wyatts, the Shield, Daniel Bryan, the new guys, the new faces, Paige. They're all shining tonight, and that these guys are getting the new guys over.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I didn't come in there thinking that the Shield were gonna win 100%.
I knew they were gonna. I was worried. Is Triple H gonna put these guys over? Like he put Daniel Bryan over last month. Was he gonna put the Shield over 2 months in a row? I was thinking, okay, the Shield will probably win, but Triple H won't lose the match.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All in all, it was a pretty good match. So yeah, and the feud looks like it's gonna be continuing after what we saw tonight on Raw. Next match we had was the cage match between the Wyatts, I'm sorry, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena.
It was with the Wyatts.
This match was alright. I didn't really care for the Wyatts actually getting involved in the match. I didn't mind him helping Bray. Like, I didn't mind when John Cena was trying to escape that they were, making him get back into the ring. I wish that the ref would have made him throw them to the back, kick them out from ringside. I've seen that happen in cage matches before, where the ref kicks them out from ringside. I don't understand why they didn't do that. Cage is supposed to keep them outside of the ring. And, it just defeated the purpose, in my opinion. But
I honestly thought they were gonna do a thing where like John Cena was gonna realize, okay, I can't get his escape. I got to beat Bray Wyatt in the ring. They do something like that thing, but they didn't. And, I was shocked this match was next because man, the crowd was like, man, you give him the Shield and Evolution, now the cage match. I mean, geez, give him a break. I honestly thought the Divas match was going to be in that spot.
Yeah, me too. Bray Wyatt ends up winning because John Cena's about to escape the cage. A little kid's there singing, "We got the whole world in my hands," whatever that was all about, with a different voice change or whatever. John Cena's kind of caught off guard, ends up getting Sister Abigail. And Bray Wyatt ends up just walking outside of the cage and ends up picking up the win.
I think we all thought it was going to be Sister popping up.
I thought it was going to be Sister Abigail, which I thought would have been a lot better. But, I mean, I guess I see where they're going with this kind of storyline. But
Yeah, and I guess John Cena will be at main event tomorrow night.
yeah, John Cena will be on main event tomorrow night to speak about what happened on Sunday and whatever. Because I know main event's not doing very well with WWE Network. I'm pretty sure I know the NXT gets more views than main event, so I'm pretty sure throwing John Cena on main event may get more people watching. Who knows?
I know people want to see me.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a good match too. After that, we had the Divas match between Paige and Tamina. It was what it is. Paige got the win.
It was like
hopefully sometime. No, it wasn't bad. Hopefully sometime soon we'll see Paige versus Emma. You see Paige versus Emma, we'll be in a treat. We'll be in for a treat, that's for sure. Let's get to the main event of the night. Oh, go ahead. What was that?
I think you got to let her go through the roster a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure we'll see her versus Eva eventually.
Natalia.
Yeah. Emma will be soon, hopefully. Main event time, we had Kane versus Daniel Bryan in an Extreme Rules match. This match was actually pretty good. Back and forth action. We had tables, we had chairs, we had kendo sticks. We had flaming tables, which Kane went through. We saw Daniel Bryan get chokeslammed through a table, which looked like it hurt. It looked like that spot kind of hurt. We had a forklift involved. I mean,
yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, geez Louise, man. Everything was going on tonight. But what did you think of the whole match?
I thought it was a good match, and I enjoyed how they did the finish. They made it like where the guy blinded, like Daniel Bryan kind of almost like rolled him up, but he didn't roll him up, kind of like that. Or Daniel Bryan snuck in and got the win real quick.
I like the headbutt. I like the headbutt off the forklift. That was nice.
The rumor is that it's going to be Kane and Daniel Bryan at Payback in a Buried Alive match.
That will definitely have to end the feud right there if
Yeah,
they have that match.
I would love to see that match.
I guess we'll see what happens from there, but it looks like that might be the most logic scenario, especially since what happened that tonight. But let's get into Raw. Overall, let's rate Extreme Rules. What did you give it from a 1 to 5? What did you give it?
You know what? I mean, maybe this is me just being too much biased WWE, but I can't really see nothing wrong with this pay-per-view. I mean, it was a really good pay-per-view. I enjoyed the pay-per-view top to bottom. I did not like any part of the pay-per-view.
So you give it a out of 1 out of 5. You give it a 5-star.
I'll give it a 4 just simply because I think the Divas match is put in a bad spot.
Okay, I think I'll give it a 3.5.
You did enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. Some parts I didn't, but all in all, I enjoyed the pay-per-view. I just thought some things could have been better. That's
so was it worth your $10?
It was definitely worth my $10. I will say that. But let's go ahead and jump into Raw, which we had. What did start off Raw? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Battle Royal. I'm sorry, that's right. Duh. We were told that we were going to have a 20-man Battle Royal for the U.S. Championship. Triple H made this match pretty much because he was bitter that he lost against the Shield and put Dean Ambrose in a 20-man Battle Royal. We had, actually had some pretty good guys in there. Sheamus, Jack Swagger, the list goes on and on. It ended up being, who was the last three? Swagger, Dean Ambrose, and Sheamus.
Yep.
Swagger ends up getting tossed out by Ambrose. Ambrose turns around, gets the bro kick, and ends up getting thrown and tossed out by Sheamus, who becomes your new U.S. champion.
I enjoyed this.
What did you think about the whole Battle Royal thing?
I think it was good. I like how they did it because it seemed like it was about time Dean Ambrose. No offense to Dean Ambrose fans, but I mean, same way with Big E, he was getting kind of stale as the champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel it was time for a new. Maybe Sheamus. It does look like that Sheamus is defending the title on SmackDown this week. They said. So maybe they can take the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title almost and make it where you don't and you get it where they can defend the title on basically turn into like a TV title in a way where you're defending it on TV every week or something like that.
Yeah, well, I know he's defending it this week on SmackDown. They announced that. They didn't announce who he's in the face against, but
it seems like
Sheamus will be defending his title on SmackDown. What was that?
Seems like they've been throwing away SmackDown the last few weeks, kind of, with the matches they've been having.
Well, hopefully this U.S. title match, whoever he faces will make up for it, and whatever else happens on it. But let's continue on. Let me get back to my list. I had all the matches on here. I'm sorry. I had the list up and it went down. Oh yeah, we also had an Adam Rose debut announced. Well, they announced it last week, so then You know how they usually tease debuts and they don't happen, and well, this one actually did happen. We'll get into that later on tonight. The second match was RVD versus Cesaro. Um,
Yes.
Solid match. I enjoyed it. Cesaro ends up picking up the win again. Oh, no! I take that back. He ended up getting DQ'd.
Yes.
Um, yes, RVD was stuck on the in the corner on the turnbuckle, and Cesaro kept giving him blows into the head, and the ref gave him the 5 count. He didn't stop doing it and got disqualified. So this looks like this feud isn't going anywhere either.
How do you feel about
Anytime
the
soon.
press conference thing they've been doing?
I'm sorry.
How do you feel about the press conference thing that WWE's been doing with after the pay-per-views?
I don't mind it. I actually think it's a nice little touch, but I'd rather it be real reporters doing it and not WWE guys.
Honestly prefer like just the interview backstage, like they were doing with Renee Young, over them going to. It's seeming too much like Monday Night Football, or you know, what I'm saying, it's seeming too much kind of like that,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
and it
Um,
looks so fake. That's what's so bad about it. It seems so fake.
yeah,
Some people aren't good at it. Paul Heyman really is, but we'll get back to Raw. I'm gonna say that.
yeah, but I feel a lot of people have mixed reactions to that. Some people like it, some people don't. I see your point. We also had a nice little Bray Wyatt promo, pretty much explaining everything. He says that they don't know. Let me see. What did he write? I wrote it down. So it says Abigail has always told him that he was born to lead and that he will change the world. He also said he always believed her. He said the world we live in have wicked ways about it. He says that they would have always looked down on him and that they considered him trash and a nobody. He says that they don't know what they made tonight, even sweeter, because last night he became somebody, which was beating John Cena. He says John Cena's greatest fear came true at Extreme Rules. He says John Cena can't fool the children, or they are the foundation of tomorrow, and that their innocent eyes see right through him. He also said John Cena calls him a monster and says that it is true. He says that Cena tells everyone that he wants the world to burn and that he is right. He says that the truth, I'm sorry, he says that's true because it needs to be burned down so it can be rebuilt. This man, Wyatt is amazing. He said he then says Cena is wrong when he says that he does it for himself and that he does it. He says he does it for the children and the poor man and anyone who is treated poorly. Um, Wow. I mean, Bray Wyatt, deep stuff. I mean, seriously.
The best talker in the WWE.
Oh, by far.
If
Without a
not
doubt.
wrestling business right now.
Oh, yes. Damn right. No doubt about it, man. He's the best talker in wrestling, period.
The Bray Wyatt church down the street, I'd probably go to it.
I mean,
It's-
he's good stuff, man. This led up to the next match of the night, which was Cody Rhodes versus Ryback. They're really teasing a split between Cody and Goldust. I'm really curious to see when this match will happen. Maybe SummerSlam, possibly.
yeah, it seems like it's going that way.
It seems like a SummerSlam type match, brother versus brother. Ryback ends up getting the win because Cody Rhodes goes up to the top rope to do, I don't know what move he was exactly going to do. Axel was going to interfere in the match, which made Goldust get involved. Axel pushed him into the ring post, which made Cody Rhodes lose his balance, and Ryback grabbed him and did his finisher. So it's looking like these two guys are going to break up pretty soon. I'm not even going to talk about the Cinco de Mayo bullshit. No, that was crap. I don't want to talk about that.
3MB and Los Matadors, another spot or show though too.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to continuing the feud between those guys. We also had the next match of the night, which was Kofi Kingston versus Rusev. This one was actually not bad. Actually, people can call it a squash match if you like, but this match was actually not too bad. I
Well, at
didn't.
least he's beating people and not beating like creative wrestlers that Ryback was beating when he was on his run.
Yeah, I agree. And this was
And
not just.
they actually tapped into his talking about Samoan background. They actually talked about the wrestler's background for a change.
Yeah, and I enjoyed. And Kofi Kingston got some offense in, so I actually enjoyed that.
I think Lana is becoming a big star as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Uh, this whole time during Raw, we had Stephanie McMahon pretty much telling Daniel Bryan that she can't stop Kane, and Kane's coming after him, and that she pretty much wants him to leave once his match is over with. I don't even want to know what to do. I just thought this stuff was kind of corny. With the whole Kane trying to get in the car with them, I don't mind that he's facing Kane. I just didn't care for it tonight.
I think they're planting the seed for like, okay, there's like one way to stop you, and I got to bury you alive. Buried alive match that'll end the feud.
And I like uh I enjoyed the Daniel Bryan Del Rio match. It wasn't too bad. Uh, just I don't know. I just didn't. I just thought maybe the whole the whole Kane Daniel Bryan thing was kind of corny. But Daniel Bryan escapes unhurt, unharmed, and he lives another day to defend the title. So it should be interesting to see where they go from here.
Yeah,
Next
but
week.
this is what people were complaining about too. That last year the pay-per-views were happening too fast, and now that we got the network, we're getting a slow build to the pay-per-view, and that's
Yeah.
what we're getting now. We're getting 3 to 4 weeks to build a storyline.
Definitely. This is it's not for another month away. So hopefully
And
it'll be a slow build.
yeah, that's what we're gonna get with this slow, a long storyline.
All right. Next match we had was the rematch between Big E Langston and Wade Barrett. What did you think of this match?
It's like last night. To me, these two did not mesh well in the ring at all. I The match is okay, I guess, but to me, Big E is boring to watch. Wade Barrett isn't, but I mean, it's like they need to get him with somebody else. They really do. I hope this feud doesn't continue, honestly.
Yeah, Wade Barrett ends up picking up the win. He
He'll
cheats
probably
the win, I guess you could say, but
get cheated, supposedly.
yeah. But it was still it was an alright match. Wade Barrett ends up retaining the title, and that is it. That's so it's that simple. Wade Barrett needs to face someone in a new feud. Let's get to the main event tonight, which was the Shield versus the Wyatt family. Um,
It's a no DQ match, but I didn't get that memo.
why you say that?
Because the way it ended, they're all like, everyone's getting beat up, and
Oh
it's
well, if you saw it, none of the guys actually. Let's get to this match real quick. It was back and forth, yada yada yada. The Evolution ends up coming down to the ring. Dave's saying that they got involved, but none of them actually hit the Shield. The ref was looking at Dean Ambrose and Rollins when they dove outside the ring when Triple H got involved. Triple H didn't hit Reigns. Reigns hit him with the Superman punch and then got pinned.
has
And,
Reigns ever been pinned in one of their matches before?
I think this is like his second time being pinned.
I was saying, I don't remember him rarely ever being beaten, though.
Yeah, Reigns ends up getting pinned by Bray. Afterwards, the Shield get beat down by Evolution, which I'm thinking is going to be another match at Payback.
I don't mind that at all.
I'm not sure what the stipulation is going to be. I'm hoping it's a Hell in a Cell match. That would be freaking awesome.
Do you think they would do that? Or would they, I don't know, what could they do?
I don't know. They gotta put some kind of stipulation into this.
What would be a good stipulation this feud, though. I mean, it's good to see Triple H kind of back in wrestler mode, though.
I think a Hell in a Cell makes sense. You have all three of them battle it out.
I guess I could do that. I'm just trying to think of another match that you could do with a 6-man tag that would work. Besides Hell in a Cell, if there was one.
Not very many. Cage match.
Maybe like just a straight up no holds bar, like type of all in the ring at the same time.
Yeah, they do it like that. Street fight.
The Cell match at Payback though, because Payback isn't like one of their big pay-per-views, you know.
Well, they don't have a big pay-per-view until really SummerSlam, but you know, Money in Bank sells just for its Money in the Bank. But who knows? But, yeah, that's pretty much Raw for tonight. What did you think of Raw?
You know, it was really slow tonight. It was because there were some spots that it got really bad. You did skip over your because you are a rosebud. You sit over here.
Oh, geez, I so forgot about that. That's how bad it was. Adam Rose debuted tonight, and it was horrible. I did not enjoy it at all.
No one watched NXT, I guess, from Raw tonight. Because there was like no.
I don't think the crowd was very good tonight either. The crowd sucked.
They kept chanting CM Punk all night to get on my nerves. Good matches too.
Yeah. That guy kind of annoying after a while. I mean, Jesus Christ, the man's not coming back anytime soon. And when he does come back, he'll come back. If he's not back yet, just get over it.
Though it wouldn't shock me.
So just give the man some time. He'll come back eventually. If not, oh well. WWE is doing all right. But moving on. That pretty much ends up our review for Raw tonight. Raw was, I would say, it was
Zeb's little deportion list.
Oh, I thought it was funny. I don't really care for who's on the list, Cesaro, Emma, yada yada yada. But I thought it was kind of funny.
Likes those people. That's why I put them on there. I mean, it's perfect.
It was good. Zeb is great. I like Zeb. I hope he never leaves. And he's been great. So has Paul.
I mean, jeez. That's the one who can win.
Yeah, Zeb is great.
I honestly thought they were going to give Swagger the U.S. title and they kind of make it their version of their heavyweight title.
Yeah, but WWE doesn't think your way, Dave. They
I
don't see it your way.
Sense, though, to have Swagger as the if you're going to do something with him now, make him the U.S. champion. You know, kind of like when Lance Storm was the U.S. champion in WCW, he renamed it the heavyweight title of Canada.
Yeah.
That would have been intriguing, but oh well, we'll see what they do with Sheamus.
Yeah. But, yeah, that pretty much is it. Oh, if people with the WWE Network, Clash of the Champions, are now on the WWE Network. Check it out. It's in the Vault section. It's not in the WCW pay-per-view section. It's in the Vault section. So check that out. We will be back next Monday because it looks like me and Dave are pretty much giving up on TNA for a while.
Might check it out like the end of June just to see it at the old Raw place. Just to do that.
Yeah, we might do a review then because I really think that New York crowd is gonna shit on TNA. I feel bad for TNA that night.
That's weird because I think it's at the same place that Raw used to be at, isn't it? Manhattan Center.
It's at the old ECW arena.
Oh, I thought it was the old
Bro, I don't know, Hammerstein Arena.
I mean, it is. I thought it was at the old Monday Night Raw.
I don't know. That crowd's gonna shit all over TNA. But yeah, we're not gonna be doing a review this week on TNA, so I'm sorry. Sorry guys. Really appreciate. It's not gonna happen. But we will be back next Monday for a Raw review. We know we've been kind of skipping out on these Raw reviews, mostly my fault. But we'll be back on schedule next Monday night, hopefully with a little bit of a better Raw. This one was kind of mediocre tonight. So was last week's. So hopefully this next week of Raw will be a little bit better, so we have some more to talk about. Also, we're working on keeping these videos a little bit shorter. I know people don't like to sit down and watch hour and a half or hour videos of us talking about wrestling. So we're gonna do our best to cut down on that and talk more about the important stuff and more about the few things that people are more enjoying about, and skipping over the crap stuff like the El Chorito and all that crap. But any last words before we sign out of here, Dave?
No, I can't wait for Nitro to come on the network though.
I'm sure that's coming up next. Just one step at a time. WWE Network is made from pretty big steps since when it came out. Um, which was it in October, right? It's been since
February.
February. Is it
What?
February? No, when the network came out in October, right? No, not October.
February.
February. So it's, in 3 months, it's made some pretty huge progress, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
I'm
So,
excited about the shows coming, which there's a lot of rumors about Saturday Morning Slam coming, maybe this summer or something like that.
yeah, I was thinking the WWE video game about October. That was my
Tough Enough.
fault.
They were saying about Tough Enough returning.
Yeah, so should be very interesting. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up tonight. Any last words, Dave, other than Nitro?
They might not know about this since you told me about it. May 29th, NXT Takeover, I think you said it.
Oh yes, Takeover, May 29th, on the WWE Network, of course. Check it out. I've heard that. I know one match is pretty much booked, and it's Neville versus Tyson Kidd for the title.
Really?
So yeah, that's going to be a pretty good match, in my opinion.
I'll be intrigued to see
So,
how they do that.
'cause Tyson Kidd's been getting kind of a push on NXT lately, so um,
He looks like Eddie Guerrero when he comes out.
I don't know. I have to rewatch that and think about that. I haven't really thought about that one.
If you don't really look at his face, he looks like a young Eddie Guerrero at first. Like crap.
I'll check that out. But yeah, check out Takeover NXT. Arrival was pretty good, so check out NXT Takeover. But yeah, that ends up pretty much wrapping up for tonight. We appreciate everybody watching and checking out our vids. We will be back next Monday for our Raw review. And please subscribe if you really like our show. We appreciate it. And see you guys next week. Peace.